This painting represents the part of the Christmas story found in Matthew chapter 2. The Magi, the wise men, have just come to Herod asking where the newborn king of the Jews was going to be born so that they could go and worship him. Now, this was a problem for Herod because Herod was already king of the Jews. Maybe we need to look a little deeper into this guy Herod. How did he become king of the Jews? Well, it's simple, really. He was appointed by Caesar, pretty cut and dried. Caesar is emperor, and he appoints these local kings to rule over areas and groups of people. Herod probably seemed like a logical choice to Caesar. After all, Herod was part Jewish. The problem Herod had was he would never be accepted as king of the Jews by the Jews because he was not from the tribe of Judah, which was the royal tribe according to God. Herod wasn't their choice, but they kind of had to deal with it because that's what Caesar said. Now, Herod tried to win their favor by lavishly repairing the temple. And it might have worked, except that he also built all kinds of pagan temples all over the place. In other words, he gave lip service to their faith, but in the end, he was just a politician. He was looking out for number one, and in Herod's life, God was not number one. Herod was. Had Herod been truly motivated by his faith, love, and trust in God, the coming of the Messiah would have been great news. He would see the redemption of Israel, but all he cared about was losing his position as king. Guys, we have to remember that because there are things in our own lives that can come between us and God. We may not be kings, but each of us, if we dig deep enough, will find something in us or something we want or something we have and want to hold on to that will take us away from God. Herod should have been overjoyed, and so should have all the people of Jerusalem, but instead the scriptures say they were all disturbed, so Herod starts scheming. In verse 7 of Matthew 2, it says, "Then Herod called the Magi secretly and found out from them the exact time the star had appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, 'Go and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me so that I too may go and worship him.'" There's the scheme. He's thinking, I'll have these people do my dirty work. Once they find him, they'll come to me and tell me because they think I want to worship him too, but really I have to preserve my position, so I'll nip this thing in the bud. The lesson in this passage is simple. You can lie to yourself about your pure motivations and your pure heart all day long, but if you find yourself conniving and scheming and sneaking around and lying, you are not doing the right thing, and something is getting between you and God.